Hey guys, quick update from the shed. A few things going on tonight. Uh, First things first. About 2 weeks now, 2 weeks ago, I got hired at my local John Deere dealership. So I've been working there. Working my tail end off. I think it kind of sucks about the job is I gotta work Saturdays. That's at least until end of June, cause busy times right now. Especially we have our Drive Green sales event on, so new units are just flying out the door. Can't keep them in stock. So, anyways, the old 262 here. The Extreme Power Clutch, the brand name's Extreme Power Clutches on eBay. I don't know if this one was a dud or what the heck the deal is. Yeah, we cut with it last year. It kind of cut like crap. We thought it was, we needed sharpened blades. Sharpened blades this year. It has, oh, I'll tell you here, all the electrical is perfectly fine on it. Talk to Deere with their specs. Everything here reads our specs on Deere, except when we turn the PTO clutch on, it's drawing way too much voltage, like 15 or 16 volts. It's drawing, and kind of not giving the engine won't ramp up to enough RPMs then. So the clutches, there's something wrong with the stupid clutch, because everything else in this tractor is mint condition. We actually had to put, the spindles are fine because these are greasable spindles, but all the little idler pulleys and all that on the deck last year, those were getting noisy. We replaced all those. New deck belt, new deck drive belt, new drive belt for the tractor too. That doesn't matter, but so that's all good. So it comes down to the stupid clutch. Okay, it was $100 less than a Deere one, but it cuts like crap. So sadly, here's the deal. Either it's gonna sound like we're gonna be getting, I'd like to keep the 262. I really like it. It still does cut good when it has a proper clutch. So I'm hoping here that we're just gonna go and buy a Deere clutch. And yeah, we wasted money on this clutch, but you know, lesson learned. The only way the guy was cooperative with last year when I talked to him, the only way we get it to them and try to get a refund is if we sent it to them via, mailed it to them using our money, which would be like $20-30. It's kind of heavy, these electric clutches are. So send it to him, and then if they don't find anything wrong according to what their specs say, then, that's that. So that's the beginning of that. And again, I do work at Deere, yes. And then this happened tonight. It took me about 20 minutes. Getting pretty darn good at this. Take the whole trans is actually just bolted just to that hitch plate. So what you do is there is 1, 2, 3 little bolts that just go into the side of that, and they're actually self-tapper bolts that self-tap into the side of the hitch plate. Just 3 of those guys. You take those 3 out on both sides, and you let the trans fall on a piece of wood. And I lowered the trans actually a lot lower than it normally is because the wheels are off it, and I was cradling it so it sits somewhat level so I don't have fluid going everywhere. I think I'm going to change trans fluiding because I got enough 80-90 weight. Anyways, a darn variator spray on here because I had to readjust it so many times, but the belt one, it stretched itself out again, so let's pick another one of those, but that's not a big deal. Beyond the point. See, the drive belts were, well, I shouldn't say that. The drive belt going from the pulleys in the middle were the variator back to the trans, which is the big long one hanging up there, wasn't stretched out bad, but it has some cracking and it's getting rough around the edges. So time to replace it. And my front one is like stretched out really bad. I haven't gotten it off yet. That goes from the variator stuff to the engine. Here's the one from the variator to the trans. Got that one, and then the little short guy from the variator to the engine. So 2 brand new Deere belts. So I gotta clean these darn rims up again because there's grease. This one is the worst. Yeah, 80-90 weight all over that. So yeah, I was kind of getting sick and tired, needless to say, sitting on these parts for 2 weeks and wanted to get them done. And you guys remember I replaced the axle seals that go right on the end of the axle tube there on the actual case of the trans itself. We'll come to find out there are these bearings you can barely see it, that are right here in the end of this axle tube, which I knew the bearings were there. The bearings seemed okay, but there seems to be, and when I, and these, it comes down to, me and my dad thought the hubs had play. Hubs don't have play. Those bearings are actually worn in there, so they wiggle up and down and all around. When they're doing that, it's moving the axle. When it moves the axle lifts up on the oil seal in any direction, lets 80-90 weight come out. So I got those bearings. I got new oil seals in case. This right here, my input pulley, I found out, I was talking to the guys at Deere, and there are bearings on the inside top, but they're on the inside of the case. I'm not cracking the case. And those are ball bearings that are just lubed by everything in here. Those, they said, no need, those should be in perfect condition as long as the trans wasn't neglected. I'm pretty sure this whole tractor hasn't been neglected. Considering the engine and stuff like that, it seems to have been taken care of well. So we went ahead and got the oil seal for this guy, which if I pull the hub off, it'll be right there. Pop the old one out, push the new one in. So, this is, as you can see, there's finger 80-90 weight there. Anywho, update on that stuff. That's the underside of the fenders. Hole for the clutch there. Yeah, this is my home wire job. I never did show you guys this, but you guys remember when I got these from Menards? This is my power feed, and this is my negative, because I'm like, why the heck wouldn't my lights work after I got it all back together? I'm like, what the hey? Well, from the grounds, because theoretically these things ground out to the frame of wherever your trailer or whatnot, which usually works. Problem with this is well, they're over there, but there's little rubber bushings that, this is the front mounting hole area. There's rubber bushings that are there, and these are rubber bushings. So you get no contact with the actual frame of the tractor, and that whole thing rides on rubber bushings. So, no conductivity. So, all I did was run a negative line and a positive line. So I have my yellow, which is my main feed for power, and my negative, which just grounds it out so it works. So little combobulator here is my neutral safety switch. Neutral safety switch is right there, and that's gone. I can't get those from Deere. I really don't want a used one. You can just fix that with wires. Yeah, but I don't know how many of you have ever seen, but that's what the rear end of these square fenders look like. With got kind of a, I don't know. They're definitely nice thick frames. They're not as overbuilt Bort. I can't talk. They're not as overly built as a Sears that has like 1/2-inch plate steel. They went with quarter inch, but to me that's more than plenty. I think Sears tractors are great. Don't get me wrong, I like them and whatnot. I think Sears overbuilt them just a wee bit with the frames, and they must have had a lot of extra metal. But let's see here. That's that for now. I'm not pulling this apart tonight. I just wanted to get it out. Gives me something to do when I have time. Tomorrow I'm working at Deere. We don't open till 8, but I gotta be in by 7. I probably won't leave till like 4:30. Close at 4, so that's that. And I work every weekday from 3 till about 6:30. So, or 3:30 till about 6:30. So yeah. Oh, you guys can't see squat. Oh, the Sears. This figures. Anywho, can I not get light? Whatever, guys. Let's show it to you another day. We'll have to shut up. This is the back shed where the Sears is. So. This camera shows really dark. It's still halfway light out. But, anyways, first 3 point. I got 2 3 points, but I didn't tell you already. For 175 shipped to my door. All complete. One of them, the third link, was repaired, but can't complain. The other one has the top part of a back blade mount and the sway bars for the 3-point arms. So, the first one I got is all painted, gloss white, but I use the Valspar Farm Implement heavy duty paint. So, yeah, we did that. Went into that. That turned out really nice. My dad's got to get his tap and die set home from work for me. We don't have a set at home here. And we gotta tap out the top the top two holes of those Sears hitch plates, these also have those welded nuts on the back, and the welded nuts are, that thing's so full of rust, because I don't think my 69 ever really saw anything on the back hitch plate there. So, they're so rusted out, and it's real hard to get the bolts. I don't want to snap a bolt off in it. So we're going to tap it out, get the threads cleaned up, and we'll be good to go there. And they got crush washers for those and whatnot, put that on, so we'll get that on soon here. 68 though, 110. Obviously it still runs great. I got, let's see here, I got some Deere torque guard, barely any left. And this valve and stuff I got. SAE 30, because that still has 5W20 in it from plowing. So that's that. I ended up this year, we went ahead with the 262. Another reason why I want to keep it for a while longer, it's a great tractor. Still, it runs great. It's 17 horse Cowie. Me working at Deere, I just went ahead and got the I don't have any bottles left over. I should use all 4 quarts. Anyways, the engine takes 2 quart, little over 2 or 1.5 quarts of SAE 30. And it's got the Deere brand stuff. Same price as just about anything else's, so surprisingly enough. And then the rear end in this thing takes 4 quarts of the Deere High Guard low viscosity. So went ahead and changed that because that hasn't been changed in a while, long time. So got that changed. Blades are sharpened. What else we do? We decided to do a new air cleaner and pre-cleaner this year. It hasn't had one in about 5-6 years, but it really didn't need it because the pre-cleaners keep them pretty clean, but just did that. Greased the Zerks in the front end, greased all the mower deck spindles, so kind of did basic maintenance on it for the year, so it's ready to go. I don't know if it'll want to start up for us. Dun, dun, dun. I think I have to sit on the seat. I can't remember. I'm just used to my my safety switch. I mean, non-safety switch Deere over there. See if she'll fire on low idle. This has a choke at the top. Just running like 20 minutes ago. There we go. Like I said, engine it runs freaking amazing on it. The only thing that's really wrong with it that I hated about this tractor was plastic hood. Because two things happen at once. These hoods, by the way, are like $600 for the whole hood. Minus the plastic grill. Our plastic grill and headlights are good. The reason that's there, because this is all mounted with plastic in the front to hold the hood on. And we opened the hood up one day, and the hood decided it was upright, or the plastic gets weak over time, obviously. Well, the plastic, there are little plastic stops that hold the hood, like up about here, and the plastic stops had snapped. This was in here, it wasn't like wind caught it or nothing, they had snapped. And that is where this chip had happened years ago when I first started cutting. Oops. And then all this, you guys probably can't see it. Probably a good thing. Bunch of spider cracking, a nice little crack up there. The thing took it and slammed the hood right on the concrete. So we did take some JB Weld plastic glue junk and glued it up so it's somewhat decent. But other than that, cosmetically, it's a good tractor. It's a lot better compared to the some that you see at people have a complete nothing up here. But other than that, for being a 20-year-old tractor, it's pretty good. But I'd love to see this thing go 40 years just like that. That thing's on, what, 46, something to that effect? Anyway, long video. Sorry about that. And then, let's see. What are we going to say now? At work, he's doing stuff out in our boneyard. The other day I noticed we had complete with 47-inch mower deck, 77 212 manual lift, don't ask me. It caught my eye because I wanted a 47 inch for this 110, but that caught my eye. So I'm waiting to hear from my boss what he wants for the whole deal. It's only missing the ignition switch, which is cheap in comparison to anything else. So it may just need points and condenser. It's a 12 horse Kohler, so something I'd trust. Easy to get parts for as well. It's not like it's Tecumseh or anything. And then also we have a 70s. I have the tag number. We have a 70s square fender 110. Has no engine in it. It has everything is there minus the engine, grill, and then the headlight bezel. Other than that, everything is completely there on that tractor. Rear end, everything. I really kind of want it for parts, but I'd consider looking for a 10 or 8 horse Kohler to stick in it and use it. But if I get the 212, I'd try and get that running depending. If not, see how bad everything is, but it shouldn't be too bad. We just got in a few weeks ago, I guess, so shouldn't be horrible. But what was I gonna say now? 212 would be the snowblower tractor in the winter, and this 110 would be a plow. Unless the other 110 I got a motor for, and it was a 10 horse, that'd be a plow. But we hit the 212 at least. And that mower deck also, we had just gone through earlier this year for the guy, and he decided, oh, you know, I want to trace and get a new one. So he got a new one, and that mower deck, we went to put spindle bearings in and all that, belts, all that. So that's that mower deck's, you know, fire the tractor up, put the PT on, and it goes. So if anything, I'd be able to put this on this for now until I get that other one, the 210 running, 212, excuse me. But all right, guys, long enough video here. I will make a video if I get any, but it'll probably be a while before I do. So don't expect anything soon, guys. Sorry, I've been really busy, like I said, with school, and then right to work, then home, and do it all over again every day. Sunday is my only free day, basically. So, all right, guys. Well, I'll talk to you later.